Hey guys, you are listening to We Got Something to Say. I'm your co-host Jay.
This is Jameson.
And this is Poppy. And guess what?
We
got something to say.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world listening to us. You are here for another taping of We Got Something to Say. And this week, wow, we're going to play the video for you. Just a snippet of the video, but we're going to play the video for you. And this was the NYPD. There's an NYPD officer. It looks like they are undercover officers. And when you look at this video, you'll see what's going on. These officers pretty much, not only are they harassing one person who, I guess, I don't know if that's their assailant or whatever the story was, they're coming to get this person, but look at what they do to the innocent bystander. And listen to what's going on. And then we're going to discuss that.
Nah, y'all go to jail. Go to jail. What's going on? I didn't do nothing. Don't tell me about that. Move the fuck back right now. Move the fuck back. Move the fuck back. What are you flexing for? Don't flex. You lost up too. Look. He ain't even do nothing. He ain't even do nothing. Look. He ain't even do nothing. He ain't even do nothing. He pussy. That nigga pussy. That nigga pussy. Fuck out of here. Yo, I got all that. He got all that. That's right. Clean the street up. Clean the fucking street up. Clean the street up. Clean the fucking street up now. Back up.
All right, so you saw the video. You saw this video. This is in New York City. This is recent. This is in the midst of the coronavirus. This is in the midst of a pandemic. This is in the midst of social distancing. So I'm going to let Jay start because, she's a native New Yorker, and I'm going to let her tell you what she feels about this video. Jay, what you thinking?
I'm so disgusted and just nauseated by just the excessive force. Like, this is business as usual. NYPD has a history of mistreating Blacks and Latinos in New York City, and it's just what makes it more enraging, I feel, is the fact that today was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful day. We were almost up to 76 degrees today. And people were out all over the city, despite the fact that we are in the midst of a pandemic. And not too far away, this happened on the Lower East Side, I believe. In Chelsea, you had white people out and just, whatever, relaxing, enjoying the sun. And there was officers out there handing them face masks, okay, being pleasant and whatever. You're ignoring social distancing rules. But when you're white, you get a face mask. When you're black, you get beat upside the head, tasered, thrown on the ground, have somebody kneel on your throat. Like, what the it's enraging. It's crazy. You guys can take it away because I'm beside myself. It's just, why do we have to deal with this in 2020?
Right. Well, I'm going to jump in and say, of course, we don't know the specific details of why he walked up on the first gentleman, but the bystander came over to kind of look and say, hey, like, what's going on? And they wanted this bystander not to get close enough. I don't really know what he was trying to get the bystander to do, but literally he went, this undercover cop went like this is the WWE. He went straight to tasing the guy and subduing an innocent bystander. And, what Jay was talking about in relation to just relations for, even with the stop and frisk. I mean, this goes way back with, you know, and when I say way back, not even way back into hundreds of years. I'm just talking about the last 10 or 15 years when stop and frisk, it was targeting, you know, brown and black people, of course. But this was a brown officer that decided to be overly aggressive to an innocent bystander that really was just exercising the civic duty to figure out what was going on. He saw that the young guy was sitting there. They came and jumped on this young guy really quickly and was trying to subdue him. There was a woman trying to prevent them from the beginning because they showed on more than one angle.
But that's the thing. Well, according to the reports that I read, that was how it all began. Like, the officer approached this woman and man that were outside of a bodega or whatever and told them to, you know, disperse, basically. Like, they felt like they weren't observing social distancing rules right there. And then that's when the situation happened, and then, you know, this bystander, you know, jumped in or whatever. But even that, you don't know what the relationship is. And when did we become a police state? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't know if these two people are living in a home together, and so now they're out together. Like, where is that part of the rules? And when did they say that, you know, officers were allowed to come out and start enforcing social distancing rules? Then again, also, to add to that point, why amongst some people and not amongst others? They said groups of no more than 10 people. 2 people is far from 10 people. I mean, I'm not a mathematician, but damn, like, what is that?
Right. So if you got that story, because, I heard that there were different reasons why they came up, but if this was truly just about a social distancing situation and just wanting them to disperse and using that excessive force, you know, and the crazy part is when these lawsuits come up, guess who's paying them? Us.
Yeah.
The taxpayers are the ones paying them. So, you know, this goes into a whole other discussion about until we start to hold some of these individuals that we hold in high esteem accountable for their actions, and it actually touched their pockets, et cetera, you know, it's going to be a difficult space. And as you talked about, I know you talked about more of, you know, the white and blacks in different areas of New York City, but meanwhile, you have people literally at the state buildings in the face of the boys in blue, protesting, you know, this whole social distancing situation, and those individuals aren't being excessively subdued, et cetera.
Yeah.
You know, this guy was a heavy guy. He put his whole knee and weight on this man's neck, and he was a bystander. So, you know, it was just interesting to see this, and it was interesting to discuss because we all have seen and heard. And then once again, so it looked like everybody could technically be catching corona as close as everybody was in this particular ordeal. Bobby, what do you have to say about this one?
It definitely was sickening to watch. I think that in the recent years, we've seen police brutality escalate to alarming rates, and for me to look back and see that it was one of our own to do it, it was truly disheartening. Now, I'm not giving a pass just because, you know, the police officer was brown. He should have given the other guy a pass, but to use excessive force in the manner in which he did it, he was aggressive, and they have been trained to remain calm in highly escalated situations. He did not handle that properly, and for him to put his full weight on a guy just because this man walked up to him, asked him what was going on, and then he turned around and said, "Who you flexing on?" Like, you're in, whether you were in street clothes or undercover, you're still acting in a professional manner. You're in your professional role, and that's how you need to conduct yourself, because there's already mistrust among a lot of Americans, especially Black Americans, with the police force. And with these types of situations constantly happening again and again, and now it just seems like color has no preference or no respect, things are going to escalate quickly because people are going to get sick and tired of seeing this. And like you both said, unless it hits the pockets of some of these people, then things will change. But it shouldn't have to go that far. At what point do we start treating people with decency and respect, especially for those that serve the public? And these definitely are public servants. A lot of people forget that, and that goes to the highest office in this land. You work for the American people, and that's a part of your job to keep the peace. So, yeah, I was very, very, very disappointed in the way that was handled.
They need to be held accountable for their behavior. So at some point, the mayor has to address this, because you can't just be allowed to attack the very citizens that you're supposed to be protecting, and then we just chalk it up to, hey, you know, in the line of duty, this things happen. Like, there has to be some sort of accountability system for this. So, sorry.
Agreed. And I think that these officers need to be charged for their actions. They need to be fined as well as face criminal charges, because if they are put in place to protect us, then that's what they need to do, period.
All American citizens, not just, you know, those that are melanin challenged, but all of us.
There you go. Period is the end of this. We're going to end with a period. So you guys, thank you for listening in. So we got something to say, and we'll see you next time.